The day's finally come. I get to fit solar panels in my own house. I have 21 solar panels. They're 440 watt each. I can't remember the name. I will put more information on the screen and talk about it in a little bit. We've got about 9.5 kilowatts worth of solar going on. We've got 27 kilowatts worth of battery storage. We've got 2 inverters. I've got 9 panels on the front, 12 on the back. The rest are going on the garage that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be a full video of the installation of the ones on the house, the rails, the panels, the wiring, back to the board, getting the app up, watching it charge. At a separate point when I'm by myself, I'm going to be doing the ones on the garage down to the other inverter. We're using the Doncaster Ultra PV, the 4-1, so it's 2 strings within it to do front and back. That's going to be our separation between front and back. The best orientation for a roof for solar panels to get maximum sun is south facing, which is the front of my house. The reason there's 9 panels is because I've got a stupid little peak where the bedroom window comes out, so it's ruined the chances of having more panels there. But then the back is north facing, but I am going to be putting, like say, 12 panels on. Like I said ages ago, walking around in the mud fest, what was the front garden, it was Sam from Overall Renewables that he did a video of doing solar panels on the front and at the back. And obviously it takes longer for them to generate the cost of what it was to buy them. Over time, they do generate and they do work. Thought, why not? I'm going to be running through how much I've physically spent on all the materials. We're talking rails, we're talking clips, we're talking the panels, the wiring I did get for free from Doncaster Cables, and I did pay for 1 inverter from Give Energy. So I'm going to put all that together, and obviously my labour is free. We've got Matt from Staff Smart Energy, we've got Joe Smith, who is an apprentice, and also we've got my mate Sam Griffiths that I went to school with, he's a plumber. But they said they're going to come and help today. We're going to try and get as much done as we can today with the extra hands. But the only problem I have is because of the way I am, I'm really internally, some people might know what I mean, some people will go, shut the hell up, Nick, you're being an idiot. This is my house. I've been meticulous with everything I've done. And then I know if the moment I take my eyes off other people working in my house, I don't know what they've done. Joe Smith, Samuel, Matthew, we're here. What I did, I don't know if I said this in the video, my other half's got chalk pens. Here we go, Matt. Matt's going to purchase them.
Yeah, we know, we are
Amazon.
big fans of the chalk pen.
Big fans.
Yeah, so the kids near me now will be happy because they've never seen chalk pens.
No.
But they can have their chalk back.
Yeah,
So,
fact. Or me just losing it every 5 seconds. I spent an hour the other night, I went around with one of the pens and marked up every single centre of the joist all the way going up. We've done the measurements, 4 panels, 3 panels, 2 panels. Regulations, it's 400 from the edge of the roof, the top of the roof, the edge of the roof. We worked it our way down. Joe has just took a few tiles out to work our clamps. Why are the, because we're doing it landscape, I'll try and get Matt in. Because we're doing it landscape, we've got fancy brackets, but this is to allow it to sit on the joist this way and hold the rail going upwards, because I've never done upwards rails, we've only done sideways rails. Sam, can you look interested, please? Thank you. Matt just said the reason we're doing rails this way is so we can maximise panels on here. It's so we can turn around and use a lot less rails, because if we're doing it the other way, you're having lots of little cuts down below, here and here and here, to get the same support strength we need. So we're going upwards with side brackets, drilling down. Matt taught me this. I made loads of offcuts of the lath that we had to hold the tiles up as and when we pick them up. That was really loud. And then he's got marked out of which tiles we need to take up, and then this bracket will screw onto that. I've got the chaser up here. I wanted to have a go. Every time we've done solar, it's an angle grind. It makes loads of dust, loads of noise, covers everything. I brought the wall chaser up with an extension lead and the hoover. I'm going to give that a go with a triple blade. So Matt's asked me to make some shims because we don't have any. And a shim is when the bracket goes on the roof and you screw it to the joist. As and when this goes on, if this bit here, the elbow, depending the way, what tiles you've got, the angle of the roof, this is butting too much on the tile below it. Some people, I have seen pictures where they've carved a bit of the tile below off, but a shim is just a bracket, piece of wood, plastic or composite stuff that goes underneath that just brings that out a little bit to alleviate the gap, and there's no pressure on the tile below. So luckily I have loads of scrap wood and loads of cool tools to use, so we're going to make our own shims. I'm just going to make them the same width as this so we can go around. I think if we make it too small, this is 12mm ply, as and when we screw through it with the big bolts it will split. So full surface area, see where we go. With the shims, instead of doing it sideways, we've done it lengthways, runs with the joist, got the strength. That then gives us the gap here. And while they're all doing that, we just had a go off camera with the chaser underneath, and the triple blade, a tiny couple of mil wider, and one clean chase. No dust. Look how clean he is. Look at them muscles. And so I'll show you on camera now, but the lads are going to go around, put their brackets in. I'm going to go around, follow them, mark out that, give them a cut, get them in. Right, wall chaser set to the lowest depth, which says 10 here, but it's not, it's about 14. Look at that, Matthew.
Right, so you're happy. Let me just drop
Yeah, go on.
Drop this tile down, look. So it sits in nicely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
absolutely
no ride
bob
on that at all. That's perfect. And there's absolutely no dust.
Genuinely, look.
No, that's fine.
Game changer, guys.
Really
Wall
good.
chaser.
Right. You could have gone over one with that to lift that up,
Yeah.
just to make our lives easier. But in fairness now, drop him down. Yeah, I always advise when we're doing that, we use the Jimmy bar just to...
Yeah, so we're not smacking tiles.
Yeah, we don't want to smack them down.
Sorry about the shadow, I cannot help the sun, but we like the sun. Well, we will have to solar panels. To get the height for these, first time, remember I bought this, the first solar job, and I was like, we couldn't use it because I didn't have the right socket set.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
We've got Matt, can you get putting that under there, squaring it up, bolt in the middle. So we need to make sure that every single one of these is the same height for it to be level.
It's interesting to say as well that your roof genuinely looks nice and flat and straight.
Yeah.
It's not always the case. So having that ability to adjust it is will make a huge
if I got it square.
if you got it square.
Okay, we're all sweltering. Matt's back. Problem is the order we made, it was missing the joiners. So we need 8 joiners, we need 2 here, and then the other side is obviously full length. So these ones are silver, and I will be sick later because they don't match the roof. It's fine, don't worry about that. And then Sam's just gone to go and get the optimizers.
Yes.
The optimizers, Matthew, explain to them what an optimizer is.
For all intents and purposes, the optimizer allows the panel to operate independently. So because these are solar PV strings and they're wired in series, if one of those panels on that string gets shaded, a cloud comes over, covers it, or it's there's a tree or whatever, then all the rest of the panels on that string will drop down to the same level as the lowest panel. What an optimizer allows it to do is the one panel can go into shade and the rest will still perform as they should do. So it almost allows them to just operate completely independently of each other whilst being part of the same string and attached to the same tracker on the inverter. Dead simple, all pre-made with MC4 connectors. So these two rather join onto the cables from your panel, which we'll show you later. These then become your string cables that you're going positive to negative, positive to negative. That just slides on the back of the panel, and it even tells you there, face this side towards the solar panel. So it's almost idiot proof.
Well.
Almost.
Well. So as of now, we're going to get the rails on. We're going to make 2 cuts here, troop them across, get it leveled out, and then I'm going to start bringing some panels up with Joe Smith. Go on then, Matt's just going to show us these. So the rail comes down.
Yeah, so this is spring loaded. And so you can see the profile of the rail itself, and that sits in nicely into it. And then once that's tightened up, but be careful with these ones because of the washers. I can't remember what they're called, but once
they back off, sort of thing.
They won't back off. As soon as you've bolted that down, the only way to get that off is to either try and snap it off with brute strength or grind it off.
And then obviously this side allows us, if these hooks are off by a couple of mil or an inch or whatever, as we've drilled them up, we can line it all up, manoeuvre it, bolt it down, and we've got a 400 from the top with an end cap and a panel. That goes up, down, keeping it all the way to the left, yeah?
Yeah, and then just as you tighten, just be careful just to make sure that it grabs the profile of the rail both sides.
Yeah, okay.
Because sometimes you're not careful, if the roof's ever so slightly out,
Yeah. This just shows how horribly hot it is. All this sun we're wasting. I've got to do 2 cuts for the last single whatever panel. Chop saw should do it. 120, 120. The lads are just doing the other side. The rails are all done this side. I thought, big, strong, strapping lad like myself, even though I've done this before. Double suction pad, brought it up by myself. Yeah, it was heavy. I think the trickiest thing is, because I did it by myself, was getting it past the stupid gate. So these are called Jinko solar ones, made in China. They all are. Maximum power, 440 watts. Maximum voltage, 32.99. So what we want to make sure we're doing with the inverters, the Give Energy ones that I've got, is overpower it. So the voltage on this, like I say, 32.99. I think it goes up to 500-ish volts, I think. So by having 9 here and 12 on the other ones, we're below that. It could be 600. I could be wrong. When we get to the inverter side and start doing that, I will run through all the specs properly. But yeah, they're nice. But the optimizers will clip on the back of here, and the strings will click in and out, and then the optimizer ones will click to the next one. Because obviously I'm overly excited, I'm going to attempt to put that panel up here by myself, just to recreate what it's going to be like tomorrow for me. So we've got the clips which go down and clip into the rail or bit, and scarily, the suction cups I used to bring it up, nice, fine, happy days. I think I got them off Amazon, not very expensive. They've just sat up here in the sun for a second, and I went to go move the panel again, and they literally just fell off in front of me. Because I was messing around with the panels, Matt's demoted me to the loft, which is really hot. Ultra PV 4-core, is it called 4-core? Dual string? We'll have a look. We've got this up, over, down, through, down to here. I'm gonna attempt to see if we have enough. We don't have to joint it, but I was being sparing with it when I was using it because I wanted some of it for the garage, which I might have shot myself in the foot up here because it might not be long enough. So I'm going to go and strip all this now. I am dying very quickly. That was easy peasy lemon squeezy, especially because up here, obviously very hot. The cable is very floppy. Up, across, through there. Obviously I'm going to do my special magic and make this all squeaky tidy clean at some point. But we got one pair there, the other pair coming up. What it is 2 together. They're all marked up. It's got a neutral, that's got a 2, that's plain, that's got a 1. So that's one pair, that's the other pair of strings. Coming up and over, we never cut a hole in the felt. We found a natural overlap, pass it through, and then on the other side now, what we're going to do, like they have done there, pick the tile up, grind a bit out. We're going to put some 20mm oval conduit, pass that through. God, I am a sweaty mess. Pass that through, put it back down, and then once I'm happy, we're going to stick some, I think we used some sponge before, up the hole, so obviously no bugs or anything can come up into the lovely loft space. Before I go down, so that is the outer sheath. This is the inner sheath, the white one, and it's got a pull string, which by all means, if it's there, use it, because I didn't use it last time and I was just like faffing around with the knife up and down, and Matt was like, just pull the string. Magic. So this is what I mean. All ground out, oval in there, and we can stick some stuff in there, soppity bugs coming up. Right, optimizer time. So this bit facing towards the solar panel. And that one links across. See, male to female, female to male. And that's that. And then our 2 from the optimizer plug into the neck panel's optimizer. It's been a long ass day, and I repeatedly put sun cream on to no prevail by the looks of things in the reflection of the camera. Reflection, the screen of the camera. It's just about to turn 8 o'clock and I'm done for the day. Matt, Joe and Sam went about 5-ish, so they did what they said they were going to do, which is wonderful. We got all the rails up and we got the top 3 panels up on this side and on the other side, which allowed me to have something to work to and from, if that makes sense. So I've just spent the past couple of hours putting the rest of these up. So this is a completed roof now. We've got 9 panels up here. The last thing I've got to do is just cut that piece of uni strut down. It's not uni strut. Solar rails down and put the butt end on We've got the one end plug, the MC4 connector there ready, and I've put the cable on the Doncaster PV cable up the other end, and it's the same thing up here. So that's done and dusted. And then tomorrow I've got 9 panels to bring up myself again, up this side, do the same thing, mess around with some of the cables in the loft, tack that back. Whether or not it's going to be left loose, like if you've seen all my other videos that I've done, I've not got to the loft yet, so whether or not it's just going to be left hanging with a couple of clips in it ready until I mess around, because I want to do some tray work, I want to do potential mess around, maybe put a staircase up to the loft at some point as well. So yeah, it's been a good one. And Matt, Sam, Joe, Josh, Joe Smith, thank you very much if you are watching this. And Sam's girlfriend Jade, thank you for subscribing. Sam has been telling me quite a lot today. Just give him a cuddle for me. It looks like he needs a cuddle today. He's worked hard, bless him. Thank you very much, guys. It's the next day, obviously, clearly, I don't know why I said that. Past 7, so I'm trying to hit this earlier while there's no sun on the back. There's no sun on the back. I think the sun's already on the back. Before it gets too hot, so I've got 9 panels to take up. I've woken up with a bit of a spring in my step this morning because I come back home. I didn't, when I got down from the scaffold, went in the porch, didn't realise that the new boots that I ordered are here. And there's also a spider on them. So these, oh, the spider just fell off, there he is, are my steel blue. These are from Big Boots. I've had these for about 3 years. As you can see, I have worn them into the ground and I've not even had any laces for the past 4 months or so. I just never got around to buying any. They're still really comfy, but they're just starting to look a bit tattered and old. And it doesn't help that I've worn them a few times over the winter to go and watch the kids play football. And yeah, so just open these bad boys up. Yeah, boy. Nice, clean, fresh. And also as well, so you guys and girls may have the same thing. I obviously wear work clothes, work shoes, boots, most days, every day. And I'm a hot, sweaty mess majority of the time. And I have stinky feet. I'm going to speak to a chiropodist. Anyway, person that comes and peels your feet pretty much of all the dead skin. So I'm going to get that done as soon as possible. Poor lady, whoever comes and does this. My mum uses someone. I think it's Debbie. Debbie, if you're watching, give me a bell. So to try and bring the stench down a little bit. But this should definitely help out for the time being. No one cares about my stinky feet. Oversharing as usual. Let's go and take the panels up. I'm done. It is 5. It's 5 to 11. Yes, my top's off. Don't worry about that. Sorry. I've already got a stupid vest tan, as Mo the Half pointed out the other night from being sunburnt. So we've got it on. We've got the end caps on. We've got the rails on. Everything is in line. We've got our string still disconnected. This one's looped up down there. and the other one, the MC4 connector, is just linked up there ready. It means I can have a quick tidy up of all the stuff down here on the other side. The stuff, like I said yesterday, leaving stuff flapping around in the loft, just put a couple of clips in it for the time being. But now, let's go and have a look at the amount of isolators that I've got. 4 AC 32 amp isolators, 4 single string DC 20 amp isolators. The reason I've got 4 of these, we need 1 each. So this is showing the stuff off that's going to be when I do the garage at some point. 2 of these AC isolators are to replace these 2 AC isolators. I had to get one of these over Christmas when I did the first battery. CEF got them from there. They didn't have, I've always wanted to have the scam ones. And then when Ricky came the other week and we did the second one, I still hadn't gone and got one of these. So I bought another one. So those 2 are getting replaced with those 2. An isolator is for my string inverter up there, which is the Give Energy one at 6 kilowatt. And then front of the roof, back of the roof, a string per. But the problem I have had, I love the isolators, I like the look of them. But on the DC side, you have to do a spade crimp that sits in there and it bends them back. And I think it's the only downfall in my eyes. I don't see why they have to do it. If anyone knows the answer, please let me know. But I have found, especially with these, the best way to install these is just to take it off the DIN rail, bring your cables in, bring them round, screw the spade connectors in and then clip it on. That's what I've found. We've got the gateway. We've got the Ultra PV 4-core, comes down across and it's clipped on the tray behind this. That will then need to go down, split into the 2 isolators here, and then from there it will go up into the string inverter. From the string inverter coming down to another isolator will be a 6mm twin, bringing that down, AC isolator, coming back up into the gateway, where it's got its own MCB, RTD and meter. So I put this on the wall just after Christmas. The other one for this one is buried up there somewhere. So I obviously had a look. It's bottom entry, okay? Just go with it. This is mine. If I void the warranty, it is what it is. Like I've said ages ago, Give Energy gave me one of these and one of these. I then purchased this and the other one. And they gave me this, that came with this. Anyway, so I do like these. So I want to do rear entry and also want to bring the cables into the back of the appliances. So I'm going to drill holes in the back of this, get this off the wall. I am getting rid of the stuff that's off this at some point, but I don't want to see any cables visible, hence why doing a false wall, bringing everything behind on tray and bringing it in. So I'm going to get this off. To be fair, I don't even think I've put a screw in it. I think it's just rested on the, yeah. Correction, it has its own little, I'm trying to look at the camera, pull that down and that twists out and it locks it in place like that. On the back, my only concern when I was going to drill through, I remember seeing these, obviously these are fins to dissipate the heat within the enclosure. You see it on loads of stuff nowadays, but I have got a clean entry point here which is almost, looks like purpose made to do some rear entry. I think the heat, because it is hot, it's finally getting to me. I was just about to go. Here we go guys, I am finished. Brought that through, clipped all them on, done the isolators, all happy, everything's cool. Oh, let me just, oh, that's 4 pins, that's for the solar, and oh wait, that's 3 pins, that's for 240. And I've glanded it, grommeted it, brought it all the way through, screwed it all the way back, and they're both through the wrong holes.